Hello everyone, I'm going to do an unboxing and review of the Super Nintendo Classic Edition. This Super NES Mini that was released from Nintendo is a very hard item to find, as a lot of people probably know that we're actually looking for this. I actually got lucky and scored this sometime in October. ThinkGeek had a restock of this, so I was actually kind of pretty lucky to get this. But as you can see here, these are the sides of the box. The one side, we've got the classics on the top of the box. And here's the back. It's got a lot of games that are included here. So you can see here's a close-up look of all the games that are included with this Super NES Classic Edition. So yeah, this Super NES was super crazy hard to get, as people have known, and scalpers and everything trying to resell this product. So hopefully Nintendo, they did really good, a little bit better on the first release, the NES, which I didn't get yet, but I heard that's supposed to be coming out again this summer, re-release. So here we go, just popping it out of here, taking it out. You can see the instructions on top, and there it is. So this is kind of through here, but yeah, this like I said, as you can see, I have the original Super Nintendo from back in the day. I think I bought it in '95, around '90. So I do have the original one. So it's kind of nice to have some of the games in here that I never picked up, that I missed when I have, and I still have my system, the original Super NES. But as you can see, there's instructions, kind of advertising inside real quick. I guess some of the games are included. And it'll set up how to set it up, which is nice. This is, like I said, this is HDMI, so if you don't have the old CRT, everything with a modern television, this is a really great system now. It's HDMI, everything with the high def. We'll start taking out the power adapter. We can move this out of the bag. As you can see, it's got a USB connection. And we'll pop out the first controller, which is nice. These are actually the original, like the original Super NES controllers. The feel, everything pretty much feels the same. And as we go a little later down later in the video, I'll show you the size comparison, and also with the controllers and the actual Super NES, kind of showing some of the similarities and some of the differences. Then we'll take out the cables. And we got here is the HDMI cables included, which is a nice addition. And here is the power cable with the USB connector. It connects to the little mini Super Nintendo, which I'm about to unravel here in this protective pattern, or protective sleeve, what do you want to call it. But there it is. It's pretty light. The button's pretty similar to what the original has. As you can see, it's got faux connectors, which I'll show you a little later. That'll open up, kind of showing where you connect the actual controllers. And no cartridge slot, but everything is built into the ROM. And we'll just pop this out, kind of show you where the controllers connect there. And there it is, in all its little glory. And there's the back. See that? And I'll show you the back a little later. That's like the HDMI connector, and I'll kind of just go. We're going to show you here's the connector. Kind of get the controller. Kind of show you there it is. What's unique about this, when you connect this to the little mini, there's little two tabs you see on the side of that connector there. You've actually got to press those in to pop it back out. So it's pretty much sturdy. So it's definitely not going to pull out if that thing falls or you yank on your controller, which is pretty nice. There, I'm bringing out the other one. This is my original Super NES. I had the Donkey Kong edition that came with the Donkey Kong Country. And you kind of show you the size comparisons, the little mini and the original one. So yeah, I've actually had this. I played with it not too long ago. I still got some of the games to it. But here we go. We're kind of showing the one on the left. That is the original Super NES. You can see the connector is totally different than the one on the right hand side, which is one that comes with the Super NES Mini Classic Edition. The thing about what's great about what they did, what I've heard about the NES Mini and the other Classic, is the cord is actually a little bit longer on the Super NES compared to the NES Classic, so on these Classics. But I'm going to show you the cord comparison. This is the original Super NES controller with the one on top here, so you can see they're pretty darn close, exact, pretty much size, same material. I mean, they're almost, it's almost pretty hard to distinguish which ones are which. But yeah, the one on top is the NES Classic, and the one on the bottom is the original controller that comes with this, the Super NES. Feel the same. The back's the same. The only thing is it's just got some additional CE and other stuff on the new one. That's on the bottom. The logo's on the bottom. You see. But everything else is pretty much the same. Like I say, the cord length I was talking about earlier. This is the original one. This is about. I kind of did a quick measurement on these, and the original NES, Super NES cord is about 3 feet longer than the one that comes on the Super NES Classic. So about a 3-foot difference. So even though they made the Classic Edition cord a little bit longer than the NES Classic Edition, it's actually here, as you can see, comparison. It's about 3 feet shorter than the actual Super NES controller. Which, like I said, with the Classic, the Super NES Classic, I think they could have went a little bit longer. To kind of maybe, I'm surprised they didn't do it the exact same size. But as you can see, comparison of the original and the Classic, the size difference is nice and significant, as you can see here. So the reset and the power, pretty similar. The only thing that's a little difference besides size is the actual controllers, which is kind of nice that they actually kind of. And we look at the back. Yeah, pretty similar. Just connectors are all different in size. So you see HDMI, the traditional multi out. Different connectors on the original, and no working cartridge slot, as you see in the original has the cartridge, and Super NES Classic has the ROM games built in. As we can see here, we have the menu system pulled up, and you can see the different game selection, which I think is really nicely laid out. They did pretty good on this. I'm pretty impressed with this. With the menu system, how the game selection. So down there where you see the little bee floating with the little wings, I guess, on the cartridge, basically that's kind of tell you hit the B button and that you can actually do a save state. You can do in some of the games in here and stuff. So just kind of go through in here. Some of the games in here. And as much I've played so far, I played a couple. I think I played Donkey Kong Country and a couple other games, and it's pretty close sound-wise and everything else. I mean, Pixels looks great. You can see you could select the different ones. If you want the traditional, the old CRT filter with the scan lines like the originals, you can select that feature. The Pixel Perfect on the right-hand side, or the default, which is the 4:3 ratio. But yeah, it's the gameplay. It's pretty solid. I mean, there's everything. There's no much lag. The games that I've played, the 2 or 3 games, 3 or 4 games I've played. But yeah, there's a couple games in here that I didn't have, like the cartridges on the original ones I didn't have. So it's kind of nice to go back and try some of these games out. Like I missed Contra 3. We did play that. It's actually a pretty cool game. The Mario games. But yeah, there's still a couple more games I've got yet to play. Thank you for checking out my video. Please leave a comment if you have a comment, and please like my video if this video was helpful or just nice entertainment. Also, thank you for subscribing and your support, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.